Hello everyone, it is Noxxie here, and yes, I know, I have not uploaded since May 11th, and I am recording this on August 16th. This is not the first attempt at recording this. This is probably about attempt number 3000. I could make a terrible Team 4-star DBZ joke, it's over 9,000. I'm not going to. It probably is in all reality, but I have no excuse for my 3-month-long hiatus, for not letting y'all know I was going on a 3-month-long hiatus, for disappearing from the face of YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and everything all at once, for coming on a couple times and saying that I would have content and then not doing it. I am, point blank, a terrible creator sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. I overdid myself. I'm gonna be honest. When this whole pandemic started, when COVID began, I was bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and slightly overworked and mildly, in my opinion, underpaid. There was a lot going on an emotional level, there was a lot going on a physical level, but I was still recording, I was still making content, I was still trying to keep myself, as both myself as a person and Noxxie as an artist and Equinox as a character. I was trying to still remain in that realm of being able to do all of this, and I failed about mid-May. Oh, I failed hard. I overdid it. I had far too many projects that I needed to not be doing. I had things that I needed to just not be involved in. And instead of bowing out graciously, I just kind of disappeared, which is not healthy. It's not anything I should do. I've probably burned a few bridges, and I didn't intend to, and I am very apologetic to those that I did burn unintentionally. As many of y'all will notice, I was not a part of TingleCon this year. Literally, this is the last night of TingleCon. TingleCon ends, I do believe, in about 5 minutes, based on my time. I don't know if it actually ends in 5 minutes or not, but I didn't end up participating this year because I just couldn't force myself to do so. And I have so much respect for my fellow creators outside of a pandemic. Y'all don't understand the kind of respect I got for my fellow creators right now who have been able to wake up every day or every week and still manage to record and post and edit and everything that goes into this. I have so much respect and all of the standing ovations I can possibly do, because they have succeeded in continuing to bring content to their audiences and to people who do need content in these times, and I wasn't able to. And I understand that is an extreme failure on my end, and I can give you every reason in the world, but they're not. There's no excuse for running away like I did, because that is what I did. I ran away. I ran away from responsibilities. I ran away from my art. I ran away from a lot of things that I had planned, and now I have to kind of start from the bottom. Here in the middle of 2020, I kind of have to start and rebuild a lot of people's trusts, and know that those cracks will always be there, and know that that bridge will still kind of have some charred bits to it if it ever gets rebuilt at all. And I accept that. I accept that, as my listeners, y'all probably have some trepidation in me posting another audio because, well, what if Noxxie doesn't come back? And I can tell you that I do have audios that I have prepared, that I am finishing up on editing. They probably won't be up tomorrow because this is going to go up on the 17th at some point. I haven't figured that out yet, but I like I said, I'm gonna swear. Spoiler alert, cuss words coming. I'm not even gonna bleep it. I am a shit creator sometimes, and I've got no other words for that. I'm a bit of a shit person, and that's not even me like downing myself for pity. That's honesty. In all honesty, I did some shady shit by running away. So, Noxxie is back, and I do not expect any of y'all to immediately accept me with open arms. I do not expect some of y'all to ever accept me back. I get that. I do. I am very realistic about this. You know, the pandemic created a problem, and instead of trying to do my part to continue to uphold and uplift the community and things like that, I was like, deuces, I'm out, I can't handle this. And it would be different if I had ever explained to myself, if I had ever come forward and been like, hey, so I can't do this right now. But I didn't, and that is on me, and I will not place that blame at anyone else's feet but my own. So, onward, Seabiscuit. So, as I said, I'm coming back. I have some stuff recorded. I have re-recorded Alice in Wonderland. I'm about to explain why. I do have content coming out. I do still have 2 channels. So there will be probably 1 to 2 uploads a week, probably 1 per channel for right now, partially because I'm still working full-time. I'm still a full-time mom. The pandemic is still going on. And as much as I would love to, you know, have the ability to do more, I just ain't got it. I mean, I'm sure I do, but I overdid myself before. I'm not doing it again. I'm going to start small and then move up. That's where I'm at. That is the reality of the situation. I apologize profusely to those who want more content. But for right now, it's just going to have to be what it is. You know, I would love to continue making more content. I would love to kick YouTube's algorithm in its ass. I'd love to do a lot of things. Not going to do them right now. I'm going to be very realistic about this. So, but some changes coming to the channel. First of all, this channel will remain faceless. You will start seeing my hands in certain videos. There are going to be some things where, like, I'm going to be filming my hands. You will not see my face. Noxxie Nonsense, however, will have my face, just like my Twitch channel does. You know, I'm not a faceless creator anymore. I just want this channel, Noxxie vASMR, as of right now, to remain faceless. I don't know if it will always remain faceless. I have said that in the past, that this channel will always be faceless, and I will probably eat those words later in life. Nothing I can do about it. Spoon them in with some milk. Even eat them like a cereal, I guess. Nom nom. So, that aside, changes. First of all, my Mommy Nox character, which is what it has been so lovingly termed as, oh my goodness. Yeah. So I realized that I make audios for adults, that I don't intentionally make audios for children, that I expect my audience to be above a certain age. However, I also know on a personal level that sometimes it's just nice to be able to, you know, go back to that sort of younger year and be able to just kind of be tucked into bed when you're sick. Now, does that mean that, you know, Noxxie's into the BDSM community? No, that's not at all what it means. It just means every once in a while it's nice to get a goddamn hug from someone who feels like your grandmother. Alright? Like, or your actual grandmother. If you've got your grandmother in your life, go hug her. She probably needs it. Oh, wait, no. Ooh, COVID. Wait, no. Distance hug her. Oh, through the phone even. Figure it out. I don't know. That was really bad advice. I'm not even editing. Fuck it, I'm not even editing it out. I had an entire, like, literally, it's in front of me. I had a nice little script for this audio. I can tell you I'm well off the rails right now, and no, I don't care. So, Mommy Nox is going away. I will no longer be doing audios where the listener is intended to be a child. Where the listener is intended to be young, even though I have tagged those audios as okay for children. The reason being is And while I will never kink shame, and while I will never yuck anyone else's yum, it did very recently come to my attention in a private email from a concerned fan that they felt that those audios were probably attracting the wrong kind of attention from not even just the right kind of people. Yes, they were getting a lot of views. They are my highest viewed, highest listened to audios. But there is that drawback of the fact that there is a lot of things going on in this world right now where those audios could be seen as something inherently sexual when it's not, as something inherently grotesque when it's not supposed to be. They are literally just supposed to be calming audios. Most of them I record with my son in mind. I record those audios as if I'm talking to Solstice. But in today's world, as much as I want to say that, it's unfair, it's not unfair. There are people who take advantage of such things, and unfortunately I have to kind of tailor my content around that. And I know that a year ago I would have said it doesn't matter, it's no skin off my nose, blah blah blah. I would have been very arrogant about it, and I'm not anymore. There has been a lot recently, politically, personally, everything like that has kind of made me have to rethink some of the kind of content that I make and some of the content that I put out there. And that is just the reality of the situation. Now, that does not mean that Mommy Nox is going away completely. I will still do audios where it is like a parent speaking to another parent, or a parent interacting with a parent and a child happens to be present. But they won't be specifically like tucking you into bed and reading you a bedtime story anymore. Now, I did say that I had re-recorded Alice in Wonderland. If I'm no longer doing Mommy Nox, how am I doing Alice in Wonderland? Well, I want to finish the book at least. The new format, however, will be, again, that idea that there is a second adult in the room, that I am speaking more to the adult than to the actual child, that the listener is this other adult in the room. The dialogue is going to change from, talking to the child being put to sleep to, talking to another adult, to another parent, things like that. And if people, sorry, I just knocked something off my desk, but if people enjoy that, when Alice in Wonderland is over, I would be more than happy to continue that sort of format, into other books. I have no issue with that, but as I said, the Mommy Nox character, again, as it's been kind of coined, is not going to exist in the way that y'all have seen her, and that is a choice that I'm not going to change. And it was made on a personal level, and that, again, there's a lot that has gone through my mind as a person, as a creator, as an artist, and all of that in the last few months. So next thing that's going to change is gender neutrality will continue on my channel now and forever. I have had some people wonder about that, particularly given that I have two versions of audios that are almost the same, but they're not, because one is geared towards women, one is geared towards men. Gender neutrality will live on my channel. Whether that means there's only one version and I don't specifically state a gender of the listener, or there's 2 to 3 versions where there's one that I don't state a gender, one that I state male, one that I state female, they will all be different. And the reason is, when I am dealing with in my real life, and even in your life, look at yourself, how you interact with a woman versus how you interact with a man, whether or not you want to do the deed with the person, all right? Leave romantic sexual BS out of it for half a second, okay? You're going to inherently interact with someone that you perceive as a woman differently than you interact with someone as you perceive as a man. And I say you perceive because as a woman, I have been called a man many times, and people treat me differently the moment they realize, oh god, she's not a dude. It's a thing. Life is perception. Deal with it, y'all. Anyway, as I said, gender neutrality will continue. The audios will still have the same premise. They will still 99.9% be the same. There will just be different verbiage used as far as gender or lack of gender, I suppose, using they, them, he, she, him, her, all that wonderful stuff. So that will continue, and I don't care who it annoys. If I do decide to do a premiere, it will probably go on a rotating scale where, like, one premiere will be the male version, one premiere will be the female version, one premiere will be the gender neutral version, and then that's going to be based on me. It may be based on like a Patreon poll, because I do have my patrons that I do kind of rely on, or even Discord. So look for that. All right, like, again, it's going to continue, but it is also going to change. Again, I have had a lot of time in my own head, y'all. Last but not least, and last real big change for YouTube, is I am going to incorporate something that I have done in Twitch and have had a lot of positive response in Twitch into my YouTube, which is a little bit of my spirituality, and I have spoken of this prior. However, I'm going to start doing weekly tarot readings. You're going to see my hands in these. That's what I was talking about when y'all said, when I said y'all are going to start seeing my hands. For right now, they will remain on this channel, on vASMR. They will remain here. If it's deemed by y'all, my subscribers, that it isn't the kind of content y'all want to see, it isn't something that y'all can just ignore and like, hey, oh look, it's a tarot video, alright, fine, don't watch it. If it becomes an issue, I suppose, it will be moved to nonsense. It will still remain something that I do, it will just be moved to my other channel, which will have its own update video, probably not tonight because I actually have to film that, and like, I look like heckin' right now. It's late, I'm tired, we're not even gonna do it. Other than that, not many big changes. I'm gonna have like an I'm back audio. I have finally gotten the tarot reading 200 subscriber audio. I have to put out a poll for my 250 subscribers. However, I don't expect that to happen anytime soon because, again, this is my first audio in 3 months. I kind of expect people to want to see consistent uploads and things like that. And I know that right now doing only one a week per channel is going to be a little hard. I accept that. I am willing to put the work in if y'all are willing to let me put the work in. And by that I mean if y'all will at least sit here and watch me stumble back from the bottom. Chuckle at me along the way if you must, but I am going to do everything that I can do to be the creator that I wanted to be by now. And my words, let me put it this way. Actions speak way louder than words, and at this point, I want to show y'all that I'm back. I want to show y'all that I'm into this. And I want to show y'all that I'm not running away again. Even if my mental capacity starts fluctuating, even if I start kind of dying a little bit on the inside, I want to show y'all that I have the ability, that I have the strength to be able to keep going, and rebuild some of those bridges that I kind of unceremoniously doused in gasoline and lit aflame. So, that being said, weird way to end the audio. I love all of you. I can't wait to see all y'all in my next audio. I do have one coming up, appropriately about the mental drain of this pandemic, and how, sometimes you gotta rebuild yourself. Other than that, there will also be another update video because on a personal level, things have changed for Noxxie. Solstice may appear in a couple audios as a voice just because he is around more. And it won't be anything terrible, just you might hear him in the background. I might have him record a couple words for me because that's just friggin' adorable. And then the other big thing is there is Oh goodness, there's no good way to put this. So Noxxie isn't single anymore. And I wasn't going to make it public yet, but I kind of got to make it public. Because, you know, my partner is going to be involved to a point in some of this. Not necessarily in the audios. I don't think y'all will ever have, you know, the ability to hear them. But they do want to be involved in, like, the background stuff of it. And it would get a little confusing if y'all didn't understand who it was and why they were there. So when things like that start to come to fruition, hey, just understand Noxxie has a partner. I just made that sound really terrible. It sounded like I was going to say I murdered someone. But I'm like, again, it's late. I'm tired. It is now officially the 17th. It is after midnight. And I got work at 09 in the morning. But I love all of y'all. I will update y'all in a way more cohesive way after a couple audios have been put out. And I cannot wait to see all of my Noxturnals really soon with my next audio. I have missed you so much. But I'm gonna go to bed now and become a little bit more human, okay? Bye, everyone.